Hi, my name is Brendan Cho. I go to USC and I play football. Some of the best pieces of advice I've been given is really just to give it your all, whatever you do. You hear it a lot, but really going 110% in everything, even the little things, really makes a difference. From the field to relationships to really any part of your life, just going all the way, not taking short step cuts or just giving it your all can really take you to that next step that you want to be at. In my training regimen, probably some of the most important things I focus on is really the mental aspect of things. In terms of the game of football, I focus a lot on really knowing the plays and really understanding what's happening in the play because if you don't know what's happening, you make mistakes, you don't react well. But if you know the plays well, you can kind of react properly. You know what's coming. It's a lot easier to react if you kind of know and expect what's coming next. Also, I think I focus on just the details of everything in terms of just physical aspects of the game, in terms of weightlifting. I just focus on the little things. I think it's important not to skip reps, things like that, because I think those little things, although at the time they don't seem like much of a difference, and even at times they don't necessarily make much of a difference going through the line, doing that last rep. They don't really make much of a difference physically, but also just that mental aspect of finishing every single rep, of getting through that line, that makes a big difference in things. Because if you have that mental strength to just go through things and not stop short, that does make a big difference in the long run. Whether that last rep of whatever exercise you're doing is going to, make a difference in your physical body or not, but those things add up. And just the little things, the details, the mental side of it are huge aspects in the game of football and in your life as an athlete. I've faced a lot of challenges getting to the place I'm at. I was not highly recruited out of high school. I went to a very small high school, and I think that was a huge challenge for me to get to where I was at. I also faced a lot of challenges just, getting here. I beat cancer. I also have just gone through a lot of things that most people my age haven't, and I've been able to get past those things. I think for me personally, the biggest thing was my faith and my Christianity. I think that for me was really a rock, and as well as my family. They were just really a solid point in my life that I didn't have to worry about that changing. And with that, I think you can really focus on the things and go through these hard moments through your life and kind of just like make it through these hard moments, because things are not going to be easy in your life. But if you have things you can rely on, things you can trust in, you can just take it minute by minute at the hardest times, because when it gets to those really dark times, you don't have the ability to look too far forward, and you just have to really focus and just fight minute by minute. And those trials, although they seem long, you get through them because, things move, things continue to change, and the world doesn't stop. When I was 17, I was diagnosed with stage 4 lymphoma. I was a senior in high school, and that was really just a big change in my life, obviously. You go from 17 being a pretty elite athlete at the high school level in both football and track to really just being incapacitated by cancer. And I think that is just a huge event in your life. But I was diagnosed when I was 17, pretty much my whole second semester of my senior year, as well as that summer, was going through treatments and just getting through that. And that was really a battle. Although cancer for me wasn't as hard as it was for many people, I think it definitely wasn't easy, and it was certainly struggling to, just live every day, moment by moment, from when you're in pain on the bed to just, fighting through the mental aspects of things. And I'm not sure if you're going to ever play your sport again. Not sure if you're even going to survive another day to really just fighting past that and making it to the point that I'm at today. My recruitment process was honestly pretty limited. I went to a very small high school and didn't get very much looks from colleges. And then from being also diagnosed with cancer, that also put kind of a halt on my recruiting process. So I wasn't recruited much in the first place, but also that kind of stopped that process. And I ended up taking a gap year, deferring from USC and returning the next year, but I wasn't really highly recruited. My recruitment process was pretty limited, and I didn't really get the opportunity to go through most of the recruiting process that most guys would. I am a huge USC person. I have many connections to USC. And so after getting into USC my senior year of high school, I was going to look for possibly somewhere to play football. USC hadn't recruited me, but after getting sick, I committed to USC just to be a student. And after my treatment and after my gap year, was contacted by them and was ended up being recruited to be a walk-on for USC, and I ended up walking on my freshman year. In terms of walking on to USC and the competition there, I think one of the biggest things is just being honest and being a well-rounded kid with good grades and just driven. I think I had good grades in high school, and that kind of helped me stand out. And as well, I was pretty honest in my film and stuff. And so when they saw me, saw what I could do, saw my size and the accomplishments I had been that I had done, they really, I think those things helped me stand out and helped me get a spot on the roster. One of the things that I picked up at the college level is just the game of football really to a different level. From high school to college, it's a different game, whether it be plays or just the way that, the whole game is played. It's from the little details in film and play calling and strategy and how you react to opponents. It's really a different game, and it goes from kind of more just playing the game of football and running through someone to really kind of understanding what's coming next, what things are looking like, what formation could mean, what kind of play is coming, and things like that. So I think the game of football really is completely different from that high school to college level, and I've learned just so much about really the game of football, and then also just going through all the workouts and things like that also just give you a different place of mind where you fight through a lot more than you do in high school. And just fighting through workouts, through practices, it is really a different game, and you learn an insane amount, especially about just the little details of the game. My goals, both in terms of football and academics, really just being at USC, are to, I think, firstly, to reach the NFL. I think being at a school like USC, it really sets you up to go to that next level. And I think it's a really great opportunity. And as long as I keep going, I think I should get to that next level. And in terms of academics, I plan to continue to pursue my major. I'm majoring in biology, pre-medicine, and I plan to use that hopefully after making it to the NFL to kind of transition to that life after football. I'm hoping to go to med school and hoping from there to become an orthopedic surgeon, although that is years away and many decisions from now can change that plan, but that is kind of the blueprint that I'm heading towards. I think just having that academic and just kind of plan is really important for me. And I think pursuing that for me personally is just a huge thing because football is not going to be there forever and accidents happen, things don't always last. And I think that having that as my backup plan to fall onto is really important for me. And although the plan A is to make it to the league, having that as a backup plan is just always the second option. And whether it's after I play in the league or if I end up having something happen, that is probably the end goal for me. I think something that I would tell a younger me is just to keep giving it your all. There's nothing that can beat hard work and a great attitude. Although skill takes you to a point, I think you just need that drive and that just want to be just the best that you can be. And also just to ask questions and learn. I think a lot of people don't ask enough questions. A lot of people are scared of getting stuff wrong, but really just putting your all and asking questions and learning the game, learning whether it's offense or defense or both sides of the ball, even if you only play one side of the ball, really just learning as much as you can, pushing through everything, through every workout, through every game, just giving it your all and learning as much as you can, I think is the best advice that I would give to somebody younger or just myself, just growing and trying to play the game of football. And just through all of that, just never give up because the world's not going to be always easy. Things are going to be thrown at you, but as long as you don't give up, you can get to where you want to be. Hi, my name is Brendan Cho. I go to USC and I play football.